10 years doing this. Come on, brother, let's break something. Let's go break. You painting? I ain't giving you an easy pain. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, turn the mics back on. Y'all
So this
the things. Okay, thank you.
Hey, here we go.
This takes about a 400-pound bench press to roll up into a burrito.
Now we're in trouble, then. No, I'm just kidding. I'm good.
Probably a little more with the smaller one, but John's going to show you. I'm too pansy.
All right, come on, guys. Let's get it done.
All right, let's make some noise. Come on.
No pressure. You give me the hard one. It's like that. You gave me the hard one. I see how
I
it
ain't
is.
done this in like 2 years.
No, they're all hard. Trust me. Come on, let's give a high rating, guys.
Let's go. You got it, man. Come on.
Feel the energy. Come on.
You put that chest on. Let's go.
Yeah. Come on, man. Never quit. Never quit. Almost.
So I tried to get Stewman to let his kids skip school because I wanted to press him on this. Half it, no, that's yours.
Oh, no.
So,
Do we get to bend it?
if you think you can bend it,
Oh, I love it.
this is like your thing. Come on, brother.
Crowd we like.
Now understand, you don't get to just turn it over once, not
I
twice,
haven't done this in a long time.
but you got to do it 3 times.
Flying WB, baby. Saw that one? Yeah, all right.
Notice that. Hometown.
That's right.
All right, so we're going to take a half-inch
People that are badasses in the audience. How fucking cool is this? I love it.
Get it, come on, get it, get it, go, get it, go, come on.
Yeah.
Come on, get behind it.
Yeah, give it up for Jerry. Yeah.
Come on. There's one.
There's one.
One more, come on.
You got it on one.
Stop halfway.
Come on.
Come on.
Get it, Jerry.
Come on. Jerry. Come on. Let's go.
Come on, buddy. Come on.
You got it, man. Come on. Come on. Make it work. Make it work. You got it over there. Almost. Come on.
Oh,
Where
man.
are we going to?
He's there. Oh, wait, here, let me take this side. Hold on. Now, that's how we do it in the big shows, Jerry, because what the audience doesn't know is this is the opportunity for you to catch your breath, right? They think this is intended for a pause. I'm going to explain something, but really it's just for you to rest for a second. So what we've got here is a half-inch piece of steel. Jerry is taking that, he's bending around. He's getting close, ladies and gentlemen. And here's the deal. This is not a failure, trust me. I spent 10 years on the road, all 50 states, 20 different countries around the world, doing feats of strength, speaking at over 1,000 school assemblies every year. I can tell you this is tough. It's a tough way to make a living. I don't do that anymore, thankfully. I'm in the corporate world now, that's why I'm getting fat. But it's been awesome. But I can tell you this right now. Jerry has done a great feat of strength today, but how many of you know you wouldn't be here today if you didn't believe in the concept of asking for help when you need it? How many of you know that? You're here today because we want to better ourselves, right? No. I can tell you right now, Jerry is a winner today because the guy in a room full of people, guy up on stage he doesn't know, he says, hey, let me get a shot at that. He steps up here.
I fucking love it.
He takes that was energy right there. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pass this off to Brandon now. Because Brandon's got a little more experience. He's got a little more time in the game taking this steel where it needs to be. So Brandon, I want to ask you to step up for Jared. Not because he failed, because we can always ask for help. Because we never quit, we never give up.
Danny,
let's go.
him an FYE hat, man. This dude said, fuck my excuses, got him here and handle that shit. Make sure he gets a hat.
Exactly. All right.
This is just like your drill. Sometimes you can't always get to where you want to go unless you got some help. I didn't get to where I wanted to go. I'm still not there. But where I'm at, without that man. So just like that, we're going to take this and bend it on around.
Finish. Come on, buddy. Finish strong. Come on, let's help him out, crowd.
Yeah!
pages.
I'm going to rip this phone book like one sheet of paper.
What's the phone book?
That's why we rip them.
It's the thing you don't need if you go get phone sites.
How'd you find
All
that
right,
thing?
ready? 3, 2, 1. Go get it.
Get it!
Man, you gotta start over. You can't do that. The whole thing. You gotta forget your excuses.
That's hard.
Yeah, well, life's hard. Come on. Come on. Give it some room.
Let's go.
Come on.
Get it! Yeah! Come on! Come on! There we go! Yeah!
All right. All right, guys, you can be seated. You can be seated. I'm going to try to pack my 2-hour testimony, if you will, into about 10 minutes, because I see the man looking at me. So, grew up a poor preacher's kid, a little hot, guys. And, you know, as a preacher's kid, you're naturally expected to follow your parents' footsteps. First generation and 6 on both sides, I'm not a preacher. So understand that sometimes your path is going to lead you away from what your parents want, what your circle wants. I'll step back. Is that better? Sorry, a little out of breath. In doing that, got married, had kids, got the white picket fence dream. Was director of the world's largest crane company at 27. Decided to go out on my own at 30. By 33, I had made, my net worth was somewhere between $5 and $7 million. Thought, man, I have it all. Got my wife, I got the kids. My wife actually likes me. That's a feat, if you guys know. 14 years of marriage, and she still likes me. So, what I didn't know is gratitude. And so, at 33, worth about $7 million. At 35, on the verge of bankrupt. 2 companies failed. I had sold out of the others. Had to sell my house, sell my car. I'm only 36, guys, so we're only talking a year ago. Dustin, who will be speaking, was kind enough to give me a job. A year ago, I was moving furniture for Dustin. In 12 months, I've gone from moving furniture on the back of a truck. I'm the CEO of 4 companies, 2 of which are multi-7-figure companies per quarter. 2 others that are hobbies that I love. My gym, anybody Mark's in the gym business. You don't get rich off a gym, so it's a hobby. That was a joke. So, you guys want to know how I did it? Yes. Say how. I'm glad you asked. I started being grateful. I used 2 skills. Everybody got them. I was grateful, and I was focused. I had 3 kids, had 6 eyes looking at me going, hey, where the hell am I going to eat? And so I had to figure out how to do it. I got focused on what my passions were and got grateful for what I had to get out of my mess. Left Dustin and JC at, mid-May? And started out. I knew I wanted to get into supplements. I knew I wanted to get back into fitness. I don't look it, but I used to bodybuild. And so I started being grateful, grateful that I had a house, had the lease, had a house. I ain't rolling in a McLaren yet, but we'll see. Grateful I had cars. You what now? Probably not. Maybe an F-150. Anyway. But so I started getting grateful for what I had. The little things, my kids aren't sick. My wife isn't sick. My wife went to work. First time in 13 years, my wife never had to work. So you got some ego, and you had to lay down the pride and pick up gratitude, pick up focus. We started making diet pills on my counter on June 7th of last year. Now, any of you guys, if you're FDA, you didn't hear that. Started doing it. I started reaching out to people, started getting contacts, and there was 1 million no's, maybe 2 million. We kept pushing, kept grinding, because it's all I had. I burnt the boats. I don't have a house. I don't have no other collateral except what I invested in. And see, when you go all into what you got, you ain't got nothing but what you got. And so I got focused on how do I do it. Next thing I know, we started making the diet pills. They went everywhere. They went exploding. And I was like, man, I'm tired. We drilled plexiglass, guys. I'm not talking, I didn't have one of those little fancy captors that you put all the nice stuff. No, I got a drill and plexiglass and started making the pills. And I thought I'd hit the big time when I got a little, a real pill press. And then we kept sinking the money. And when you've got profits in something, a lot of people run out and they go spend that profits. And they go lease the cars. They go rent the house. They get all the material stuff. And believe me, I'm for material stuff. But if you don't put your profits back into what you're doing, you're never going to be profitable. We're still in the building stage. But I can tell you 12 months later, I went from my kitchen, making diet pills, to a $10 million facility that did, Ryan, what, 5 million last quarter? 5 million. I've got another company that did 3 million. And I still don't take a salary off of it. I take just enough to live because we're reinvesting, because 10 million is not enough. I want 100 million. I want 500 million. And so, yeah, you can clap. You can clap for that. That's good. Good stuff. I thought I was going to for a minute. But what revolutionized here in about 5 months ago, Ryan started talking about the G code. And I've known him for several years, and I kept watching the transformation. I'm like, man, I'm stuck in this pile of crap. How do I get out? And he spoke before me. I was going to steal your thunder, Ryan, but you kind of took it. Being grateful, having that gratitude, having that focus, and then understanding that if it's meant to be, it's up to me. I can't focus on you. I can't focus on my partners. I have to do it. It's on me. They're there to help, but you guys own your day. You own your results. And so if you don't make it, burn your boats, and put all in on what you're doing, you'll never get anywhere. You just won't. Woo! Come on. Yeah.
Give a round of applause. That's what I'm talking about. In a year, whole fucking life change. This is how crazy the room that we're in. This is the amount of power that's in this room. Brandon and I have been planning this shit for 6 months. JC and Jerry, fucking who knew? Who knew? We just found out JC was on the power team last night. I'm sure other people knew, but I didn't know. And I was like, oh shit, well why don't you come up here? We have 2 badass people doing crazy shit up here. And then randomly Jerry's like, I got this shit too, and Ben's fucking Steel up here. Like, how powerful is our network for real? Like, just manifesting and seeing that right there. Just random people in the room that can rip fucking phone books open and shit. By the way, I would be very careful who you smart off to in the hallways around here. You never know. And, but how amazing is that? I mean, just like the fact they come up. The reason why I had originally just Brandon come up here and do that is to show you what it's like to be elite. There's an elite group of people that can break baseball bats. And Ben Steel multiple times. Why? Because he went and focused on being one of the strongest people on the planet. Same with JC, who could, he ripped that phone book apart like it was nothing, right? And so I just wanted you to see, like, hey, these guys, it's an elite mentality that allowed them to do that. Could have been easy for Brandon to start twisting that steel and go, it's fucking too much. But what'd he do? He got focused, and no matter how hard it was, he finished wrapping that motherfucker around. You see that? That's the power of focus and having elite focus. That these guys, it just happens to be their strength. But why not have it all across the board? And the way to do that is to get focused every day on living that G code. You guys feeling it? Yeah. All right, cool. So I'm gonna bring up our next speaker. And this guy's, I don't call too many people my best friend. I got a few. And, but I mean, a lot of us are friends on social media and stuff like this. Like, I remember when this guy wasn't even married yet, I don't believe, when we first met. And I watched him build an amazing business without hardly running any ads. Like, you're gonna learn when I speak later on today, the next level of advertising. I want to talk mindset this morning, I'll talk business this afternoon. But I've watched our next speaker build a fucking empire with legends. I mean, I have met some of the coolest people in country music drinking whiskey with this guy. I mean, and he gets them to do business with them and open up moving locations. I've never seen anything like it in my life. Our next guest is the #1 networker I have ever met in my entire life, and I know pretty much everybody who's a damn networker. I'm telling you, I have never seen anybody move like this guy. I've never seen anybody that operates like this guy, and he is the #1 connector of people I have seen in all my 40 years of my life. So let's give a huge round of applause to my best friend, Dustin Black.